I'm Joe Feeks, editor of Poultry Health Today, and we're talking with Dr. Don Woldrip. He's a veterinarian for Zoetis. Don, thanks again for sitting in with us.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're going to talk about something today called woody breast.
Woody breast.
When you first mentioned it to me, I thought it was the name of a golf club or something, but apparently this is a condition that is really troubling the poultry industry right now. What exactly is woody breast?
Well, we don't really know what woody breast is. The woody describes the condition of breast muscle tissue in broilers, where it's like a wooden board. Instead of being tender and juicy, it's hardened. And so when you look at it, or when you process it, or whatever, the meat is somewhat tougher than normal.
And what's causing it? Is it a disease?
We're not sure yet. The researchers are trying to determine, as well as the breeding companies are trying to determine, if there's a genetic component, if there's a nutrition component, or more than one nutrition component. So we're in the process of trying to determine what the causes are. Right now, we're not sure.
And what kinds of things are you doing to try to track down the cause?
The major, like I said, research is the way to try to determine what's the cause or causes. There may be more, maybe a genetic, maybe several nutritional components, could be factors. So until we have an answer, the major things we're looking at is growth rate. There's a growth rate curve for birds that's efficient, so we're trying to grow them in the most efficient way. But if the growth rate is the cause, or part of the cause, then we may have to learn how to feed birds slower and slow down their gain rate, their growth rate, either through energy or through protein. Those kinds of things that we know how to do, or light, all those things that might slow the growth of the bird might actually give us some relief. Right now what's happening is customers are complaining that the meat is tough. Nobody wants to eat a tough chicken. So we're just trying to determine what those causes are, what are the factors that might be input things that we could do to. The problem as I see it is that it's a growing condition. Part of that's because we're growing larger and larger birds. What we see is younger age birds may not be near as severely affected as older age birds, heavier weight birds. So the older age bird processors are having a lot more complaints than the younger age processors.
And more specifically, is there a certain weight range where you're seeing more of the woody breast?
Yeah, the birds that are in that 9 pound size are the ones that you see the most in.
That's like a small turkey.
It's like a small turkey. Yeah, it's kind of amazing deal. So generally the heavier the weight, the older the bird, the more you see. It's pretty linear.
Is there any kind of testing that producers can do ahead of time?
Not really.
Ensure quality control?
No, it is what it is. When you get them, you just got it. Of course, the processors typically know how to handle birds after the processing zone to try to keep them as tender as possible. Mm-hmm. So there's more emphasis on that at the processing plant, to try to spare toughness that might come outside of woody breast. So people are trying to accentuate that, and hopefully that'll help some.
I hope so as well. We've been talking to Dr. Don Woldrip, veterinarian at Zoetis. Thanks again, Don.